Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, that's another live stream on a Saturday night, and I've got a couple rations sitting here. We'll talk about them a little bit. On the right hand side here, we have the vintage U.S. military MRE from, I have to guess because this actually came from a pretty special place where I got this at, and I can't even tell you guys where I got it at yet, but it came from New York City. That's what I can say. And I'll tell you, maybe well, I have a couple more so that came from the same place, and I'll tell you guys more about that whenever I break one out the next time. But yeah, it's got a little sentimental value to me, and I figured why not just have one here on the live stream. But it's supposed to be in really good condition. So whether or not it is, I don't know. That's just what I was told. I haven't tested any of them out yet. I'm going to guess it's from anywhere from 92 to 95. I seriously don't know. And then on the left hand side here, we have a Canadian individual meal pack, breakfast, sausage, and hash browns. Menu number 4. Now, both of these should range calorie wise about the same, about 12 to 1300 calories, even back then. This one obviously in a paper bag, this one in a very heavy, thick mill plastic bag. Now, I didn't mention that this is this is tuna with noodles, menu number 10. I have never had a good one. I've tried 3 tuna with noodles, and every single one of them was absolutely horrible. Now, it's not the fact that I don't like noodles or I don't like tuna. I'm not a huge fan of tuna, but tuna with noodles actually, I think that could be decent if it's not complete mush. And that's the problem I had with the other ones. And they also had like a really heavy metallic taste or, packaging taste. So, yeah, I'm hoping that this one is in good shape like I think it may be. And if it isn't, then I have the Canadian IMP for a backup. I know for a fact this is going to be good. I may end up going with this one anyways. I might just try this one out. I don't know. Let me, here we go. Usually I would break out my pocket knife to cut that open. But, you know what? I think I'm going to use this thing that came in, oh yeah. Alright, so let me set these aside for a moment. And I'm just going to set this up here for a visual. This is the only thing I have with the company's name on it. But Minotaur Trading Company and MRE Nation are starting a sale for 50% off both entire websites. Yeah, I know, you guys heard me right. Half off both websites. That's insane. It really is. So the deal with that is, if you look down in my description, I put the coupon code down there, but the coupon code is pretty simple. It's just big sale. Now that sale ends 1/22, which is just a few days from now, I believe. Let me see, what is today? The 7th? Today's the 18th, so Sunday is the 19th, 20, 21, 22. So that's like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. It ends at midnight on the 22nd. So if you're seeing this live stream after the 22nd, then it's too late. But now, 50% off of both entire websites. There's already decent sales on there. Actually, the prices over there are really decent if you compare them to any other civilian marketing MRE company. Definitely, you guys are going to want to check that out. I know I'm going to check that out. But some items original sale prices are not applicable anymore. So first strike bars are, oh, yeah, still saving, Smitty. Yeah, I agree. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, definitely wanted to put that out there. You guys can go to either website. Now, I did cruise MRE Nation like yesterday or day before. I don't know if anything has changed since then because I haven't been on there in a day or two. But a lot of stuff was out of stock there. But if you go over to the Minotaur, a lot of the stuff that's out of stock over there is in stock over there. So I guess you just kind of got to pick your poison, pick which company you want to order from. You know, I have no idea if there's anything else. I do know that like orders over $100 were free shipping. I don't know if that's still the case or not. I hope it is. Whoa, Blindside just popped in there. Evening all, let's get this party started. For the cause. Well, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Blindside, he hooked me up for Christmas, man. I got a Bob Ross energy drink right here from him. I got a t-shirt and dang it, now I'm gonna forget. There was something else too. It's under the table right here. I'll have to grab it. But thank you, Mr. Blindside. Now, I think I've said all I need to say about Minotaur and MRE Nation. You guys go check that out if you want to. It's definitely, I think it's definitely worth checking out. Now we're going to start with this dreaded. Honestly, like, I've thought about this quite a bit. And the omelet is revered as being the worst menu. But really, I think this was the worst menu of this era. I can't think of anything. I mean, honestly, I have had good omelets, you know, edible omelets, and I liked them. Now, that's back in that era, it wasn't considered the vomlet. That didn't happen until it became the veggie omelet. And, you know, people ate the omelet and, you know, didn't complain. So, I mean, some people, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be someone complaining about no matter what the menu. You know, I love the corned beef hash, and there's some people that don't like the corned beef hash. So, but this right here, made by Right Away Foods, McAllen, Texas. Pretty standard. There are no date codes on the outside of the bag. I did look that over to see if I could figure out what year it was before we got started, and it does not say. So we're going to slit this open from the back with this handy knife. I do believe I got this out of the Beast, the Minotaur 2-day, the 48-hour, the one I just had on the table called the Beast. And I'll tell you guys something else too. I've been watching a lot of different reviews. You guys, a lot of you guys will know that I've commented on some videos that of the Minotaur rations and the MRE Nation rations, the 24-hour rations and such, the extreme menus. There's some really good looking stuff over there. I haven't had it, but I'm telling you, I got to get some of that to try it out. Some of that stuff looks absolutely amazing. Alright, get this bad boy cut open. Yeah, this thing is razor sharp. I mean, it is a razor. But yeah, if you had to use this in an emergency situation where you had to perform some type of light surgery or something like that, then it would actually work. You know, you could use it like a scalpel if you needed to. These come in the medical kits, I believe, as emergency scalpels. So did I. But yeah, man, I've been checking out a lot of different reviews lately. And quite impressive what's going on over there. There's a lot of really interesting things that nobody else is doing. Anything like what Bob is doing over there. As I was saying before it cut me off. But yeah, nobody's doing anything like what Bob's doing over there. I mean, you guys can check me on that. Go check out any other MRE company, civilian company or military company. And, you know, Natick's the one that does all the food R&D, research and development. They come up with new menus. And you're lucky to see a new menu a year. I have seen 2 new menus come out in a year. And I think that was the year that weird... I think it's the spinach, and then there was something else came out the same year. I don't know. That wasn't a good year. Oh, that's the same year I think they got rid of the chili mac and brought in the just elbow macaroni and tomato sauce or something. Turned it vegetarian on us. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. So, first thing I noticed when I looked at this and pulled that out of there is it has a flameless ration heater. So that means it's 1993 or above. Now, 1993... Oh, it looks like my charging cable's messing up on me. Let me double check that. Okay, I am charging. But 1993 was the first year for the flameless ration heater. Before then, they were handed out separately. They started that about 1989, I do believe. So, flameless ration heaters were around for quite a few years before they started putting them in the actual rations. Now, you guys take a look at that. That is one very good-looking flameless ration heater. Usually these things, the filings are all loose and, have fallen out. This thing has not been rough-handled, and I personally shipped this thing back from New York, so I know it went through the mail at least once. Probably more than once, probably 2 or 3 times. So for this to look this good, this thing's in really good shape so far, just judging by the flameless ration heater. There's the G. Schultz symbol. I did say in a post earlier that I'd update you guys on G. Schultz, and the live stream that we done for G. Schultz, we raised quite a bit of money for him. He did purchase a new camera, he told me. He purchased all the accessories that he needed to go along with that, like a new memory card, a case, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but he also said he's got a little bit left over and that he wants to get a new tripod. And that's what is happening, and that's what happened with the live stream that we did for G. Schultz. I think he said his last 2 videos that he's put up were with his new camera. So, that's pretty awesome. And here we have an awesome vintage looking pack of M&Ms. I love the old plain packs like this just because it reminds me of my childhood. It's exactly what they looked like when I was a kid. There is a 4, so is this a 94? I didn't look. Oh yeah, here we go. 123rd day of 1994. I like 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like seeing numbers like that. I think it's good luck. And then here's our M&Ms, and they feel perfect. That's almost a vacuum-packed package of M&Ms. Here's our accessory packet. We'll check that out here in just a minute. There is CT's favorite grape jelly, Mr. Trucker. I'm going to save this and send this to you, CT. I don't think he's on here yet, or maybe he is. I haven't watched the comments. I think I should. Yeah, there's something going on with my charging cable. Got to get through this sale first. What's up? What was the question I want to see? Oh, Bob's taking off. See you later, Bob. I did just tell everybody about the sale. So if you're still on there, got the coupon code right at the very top of the description. Got links right at the very top of the description. All you guys got to do is click on that, and it'll take you to either website. So we have, oh boy, cherry drink. I'm not a fan of the red drink mixes because that red dye is no joke. And you guys will see what I mean here in just a few minutes whenever I mix that up. What do we have here? Oh, we have a vanilla pound cake. This is the 2nd year for the pound cake. So pound cakes actually went in the same year ration heaters as the 1st year. So this is the 2nd year for the pound cake, and it happens to be a vanilla. That'll be interesting. I don't know if I've had a vanilla pound cake this old. Usually they're always flavored. Pineapple, orange, what other flavors are there? Pound cake, chocolate, pound cake, it's the brownie, and I can't stand it. That old brownie was horrible. Oh, here we have a really nice looking and feeling package of crackers. Everything looks really, really good. Feels really nice. There's no delamination going on any of these packages at all. You guys can hear there's no popping and cracking in that cellophane that's on the very outside there. And last but not least in here we have the tuna with noodles. And this is when you start getting some really long ingredients list, as you can see right there. All the different chemicals and whatnot that they put in them to preserve them. And, you know, earlier years, just because this stuff wasn't listed doesn't mean that it wasn't in there. Because it was, they just weren't required to list all the preservative, you know, all the preserving chemicals that were necessary to be in the rations for them to last. Especially, you know, nobody ever thought we'd be eating these things 30. Let's see, how many years is it? How many years old is this one? It's not 30. It's 26. 26 years old. Alright, let's see what's in our accessory packet here. I'm going to move this back there. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to move it over here in this other corner. There we go. Put that right there. Okay. Accessory packet. Go through this thing rather quickly. That's the first item I've seen that doesn't look right. It's like kind of losing its color. That or it never was right to begin with. To my eye, it's very white in color. It doesn't look as white on camera as it does to me. It looks oxidized, like oxygen's really worked it over. Now here we have a Taster's Choice coffee. This will be a good indication of whether or not this thing has been perfectly or very close to perfectly stored. We have the dry non-dairy creamer, package of iodized salt, which is 4 grams, made by Mark Lynn Industries Incorporated, Bremen, Georgia. Huh. Who made the creamer? Ah, the Giannis brothers. Okay. Here we have a packet of matches made by, of course, D.D. Bean and Sons. These are red tip. These are kind of purple up here and black. Check the chat, Smokey. Check the chat. Check the chat. Okay? Check the chat. Okay. Oops. What happened? What's wrong with the chat? It shows Viper. What's wrong with the chat? I didn't see a super chat from Bob come up either, and I just checked the super chats. It didn't show up. Mrs. Smitty says hi. Miss Marilyn. Also probably dropped a hint that I need a new order. Miss Renee says Smoky. Corned beef hash in new feast ration. Yay. That'll be awesome. Can't wait to see the corned beef hash make a return. Super chat message from Bob. I'm going back through and I do not see it, guys. Launching new menus Friday, including 2 new extreme menus. I want to get one of those sirloin steaks. I don't care if I got to order, you know, anything, the 24-hour or even one of the feast or the beast or whatever they are. Oh yeah, the CT special, the grape ration, that'd be good. Just reading back through the chat here, guys. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'll check it again. Yeah, it's not there. Blindside, you're the only one there, my friend. And thank you for that super chat, just to tell me to check the chat. Here we have our U.S. issued butt ration, or toilet paper, or napkins in my case tonight. We have our Domino Sugar, manufactured by Domino Sugar Corporation, New York, New York. I've actually been working right next to where the Domino Sugar plant was at in New York. Pretty interesting. Dub C, you're all awesome. Love this community. You couldn't go wrong with saying that, my friend. Thank you for that super chat, Mr. Dub C. Really appreciate that, my friend. No extremes left, I think. Well, I know it's that but they were in like different. Like I seen that the sirloin steak was in different 24-hour ration, I think it was, or maybe it was. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. The feast, maybe. I don't know. I need to get on there and look through stuff, um, and see if I can find something that it's in. Oh, whoa! There's Bob. Bob just showed up. Making a new feast with corned beef hash in it. Launching it later this week after this big sale promo ends. Well, send me one. Well, I'll be looking forward to a corned beef hash, my dude. But yeah, I can't wait to see that hit the pages. That I wouldn't discontinue that one right off the rip because I'm pretty sure everybody's going to like to see that and probably going to like that. Which everybody liked the sirloin steak too. I know it's hard to produce that stuff in big numbers constantly though. That's the only thing. And you guys got to remember, every time Bob comes up with something new like that, it also has to be shelf stable, which is not an easy feat. You know, I'm going to tear right in. Even though I did just wash my hands, I want to tear into this thing and see if it smells like lemon or orange. I assume that's lemon. Made by Clinipad. Refreshing Towelette. Contains water, SD alcohol, 40B, propylene glycol. Huh, it's got some ingredients in there. How about that? Well, thanks for stopping by, Bob, and thanks for that crazy big super chat you just left there, my friend. Appreciate that, my dude. But yeah, I got to place an order over there too, man. Yep, yep. Okay. It doesn't smell like lemon. That must be orange. Weird. It doesn't smell like exactly like an orange or anything, but it does smell more like orange than it does lemon, I guess. And it does have a really nice cooling effect on my hands. Huh, that's kind of nice. I'm going to fold that up in case I got to wipe stuff out of my mustache here in a few minutes, because my hands were clean when I started that. But yeah, check that bad boy out. Maybe I can stick it back in here, or maybe I could just waste a bunch of your all's time so you can watch me try to stick it back in here. Just didn't want it to dry out. There we go. Oh, and our partially biodegradable spoon. Okay, we'll rip this thing out of here real quick. Like, there's our date code on there, which is the 102nd day, 1994. Ooh, wait a minute. I just felt something wet and sticky. What is that? Maybe not. Tell you what, everything feels really nice and firm in here. Usually it feels like a mushy mess even before I ever put it in the hot water, which I could use the flameless ration heater, but I'm going to boil this. Oldsmokey, they got Scorpion Ration we'll be reviewing soon. Actually, who did I see review that already? Who was it? Mad Dog. It was Mad Dog. I saw Mad Dog review the Scorpion Ration. Yeah, man, if you're down for something, if you're down for eating some scorpions, I guess. Tuna with noodles. I will be right back, guys. I'm going to go through this in some boiling water. Yeah. Smack it. Smack the tuna. Be right back. I'm not going to leave that in there very long. 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to leave it in as long this time as I normally do, because I don't want it to get mushy. Just had to answer CT there. Okay. How do I want to do this? There. I'm going to be using my Melmac tray tonight. That's right. Okay. Now that grape jelly is probably going to go pretty good on that pound cake. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the grape jelly, I'm not against it, but I'm not for it either. I would kind of like to see how that flameless ration heater would perform. Whoa, there's CT. He says, "Hey y'all." Well, what's up, CT? Yeah, I sent you. I send messages to everybody. I got a number for every time I'm going to go on a live stream, and the message I sent to him didn't send. My phone does that a lot because my signal at the house here is either decent sometimes or it's horrible. Just depends. Let's see if I'm going to have Taster's Choice coffee tonight. Interested to open this up because this is always a good indicator of the condition. Oh yeah, and by the way, thanks for that super chat, CT. Holy cow, dude. Came straight in with the super chat. Yeah, that's not any good. No, I don't see any mold that... Oh, hell. Oh. Well, if I could have drank it, I can't now because it's all over my floor. Awesome. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, see, that's something you'd never see in one of my videos. He dropped the coffee on the floor. Well, I mean, I don't see any mold. It's just kind of clumped together. What should I do here? I don't know. I don't know if I want to drink that or not. Especially since I just picked up a bunch off the floor and put it back in here. Now, I don't see any mold. Oh. No mold. It's just all stuck together. So that means it has gotten some moisture at some point in time or another. I've got some Nescafe sitting here on standby. Oh, I've seen G. Schultz drink it before too. I've drank it before. I just didn't drink the whole cup. I mean, it's not good for you, but it's such a small amount. I don't think it'd kill you. But then again, that could be some kind of weird mold. You just never know. I don't know. Alright. Screw it. There's not going to be enough here now. And I'll tell you guys what. It's not brown. It should be brown in color. And it is charcoal black. Yeah, it shouldn't be that color. So I'm going to add a little bit of this Nescafe that actually came from Kayfabe sent this in a good while ago, and I've had it a couple times. I'm not going to add a whole bunch to it, just enough. Whoa, Pat Miller. No mold is a beautiful thing. That's right, man. And there's no mold in this. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's gotten some moisture at some point in time or another. And thank you for the super chat, Pat. Thank you for the super chat, Pat. That all rhymed. Well, I got butterfingers tonight. Big time. I'm dropping stuff, knocking stuff over. I guess that's pretty much the usual, or should I say the norm for me. Okay. Throw the good old Domino sugar up in there. Had someone rob me on eBay recently when I sold something. They asked for a return and sent back a box of packing peanuts. If at all possible, use another site. They refuse to refund me. eBay sucks. Yeah, that's bullcrap. Just because they shipped a box. Now, I'll tell you something that happened with me in the post office here recently. I sent Sticky Fingers a box, and it got rough handled through the post office. And when it got to him, it was open. So the keychains that I bought that had his name on them, and sent his wife a keychain, and I sent some other smalls, little things to fill in the spaces inside the box, and all that stuff was gone. Luckily, the rations were still there, but all the little personal things that I sent to him and picked up for him were all gone. And check this out. There was a loose sunflower seed in the box. Like, what? Yeah, there was nothing to do with any sunflower seeds. It was like a calling card from the thief who took the stuff or something. I don't know. Just ticked me off. I was not happy. Yeah, USPS is something else. And eBay, yeah, I'd never refund someone their money. Just a little advice on my part. I'd never refund them their money until you get the product back. Until you receive it and you see what kind of condition it's in, if they ruined it, or if the post office might have ruined it in shipping. I mean, but yeah, I'd never make the refund until you get your stuff back. Okay, check and text. Okay, I think that's what she meant. Oops. Hey, can you pull that out of there for me? It's already been in there too long. Okay. See, yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. It's not going to dissolve, even though that water that I just dumped in there is mega, mega hot. Yeah, I wish I could, Renee. Trust me. It's been killing me. You didn't have to do all that. Why is it white? That's weird. Okay. Well, that's already done and smoking hot. There's the Tabasco, by the way. I never did even pull that up there to show you guys. Nice 90th day of 94 there. Good old Bob Ross mug there. Alright. Next up, we'll go ahead and do the grape. Or not grape. It's cherry, unfortunately. Let's go with the Gremlins this time. We did Superman last week, which we may end up opening up the IMP as well. Looks pretty good, I gotta say. I mean, it always has a little bit of chunks in it like that, but the powder is still really nice and fine. That red stuff, sometimes I think that's just the coloring. That is a lot of powder. I gotta try that. Oh, let me get that coffee off my hand. I'm gonna try that just powder just on its own. Wow. Super tart, sweet. It has a really nice cherry flavor. I mean, it's artificial as I'll get out, and I almost got instant heartburn from that. I can, I can definitely feel it in my chest. That's a pretty good indication that stuff's not good for you. You know what I mean? All right, put some water to this thing. Go. And a little bit more. Calls for 12 ounces. Third of a canteen cup. Half a canteen cup. What was I thinking? I think that's what it calls for. Half canteen cup. Yep. Now, a couple weeks ago, somehow, I forgot to stir the drink. And, whoa, blindside. While I was down in Pigeon Forge, I was going to get you some Ball Broth socks, but they didn't. But afraid they'd aggravate my leg. Yeah, well, I don't know. Depends on the height. If they come up above the area, I'm okay. Or, obviously, if they stay down below, I'm good too. But appreciate that, man. Oh yeah, that looks not good. That does not look good. Appreciate the super chat there, by the way, my friend. That just looks like oil. But anyways, I forgot to mix it like 2 weeks ago, and it was an IMP drink. But all the sugar just sits. Well, if it's going to focus, there we go. Right there in the bottom. There we go. It's just so stinking red. So red. Well, I guess I'll just use this. Clean the spoon off. Let's take a look at this pound cake. I'm interested to see what it smells like and looks like. Well, there we go. Well, it smells good. You know, a lot of times these older pound cakes, they'll get weird and get a weird smell and taste after a while, especially if they weren't stored well. Sure. Okay, there was an oxygen absorber, obviously. But look at that. See if you can get that glistening sugar. Look at that. You can really see it up here. Oh, yeah. That's not a bad looking pound cake right there, I gotta say. I've had a lot newer ones that didn't look as good as that one. Get rid of my pile of trash there. Get the good old crackers out here. 146 day, 94. See if we can get us a good hiss here. Yep, not bad. Not bad. I knew they were going to be perfect though. I could feel that they were in really good shape. Not broken. Oh, I say that and one comes out broken. That's okay. Just put that one there. Actually, we'll put that one on top. Alright. Let's leave the other piece in the bag there. Give the grape jelly a little bit of a knead real quick. Just because sometimes if you don't knead it up, now this will make it, I mean, not runny, but I mean, it'll make it thinner, but it does incorporate those juices that'll separate back into it. And you know, as long as the package isn't compromised on jelly or the can, I've had super old jelly that was perfectly fine. As long as it doesn't get a pinhole in it or something like that, then jelly holds up for a really long time. Oh, just opening up your favorite jelly, CT. Yeah, that and yeah, Bob's making a grape MRE kit just for you. There you go. Mr. Grape Sad Face. I almost got CT on there, but that didn't happen. Oh well. Well, grape jelly's a little bit weird. Huh. Yeah, that tasted funny. I licked what was on the package off of there and it tasted pretty odd. I don't know what all that white crap is on there. It almost looks like it came out of the flameless ration heater. It was a lot worse than that until I wiped it off. And you know, tuna is one of those things that I don't prefer to eat hot. If I'm going to eat tuna, I prefer it to be room temperature. There you go. There's your first look at the disgusting menu tuna and noodles. Oh yeah, that was it. Pretty much. A little bit of a hanging on remnants down in there, but I am not going to get too into trying to get that last little bit out of there. The package is still steaming, smoking hot, especially towards the middles. What did I do with the box? Oh, there it is. Throw this package back in here so it doesn't get tuna with noodles all over the place. Alright. Now, okay, yeah, I was going to say, I wasn't sure if I got my salt, but I did. Did Smith, who just said I'm definitely going to need the salt? Was it Smitty? Yeah, AJ, those are peas in the tuna with noodles. I don't know why they decided to throw like a few random peas in there, but there's one right there, one right there, and one right there. Well, there's another one. There's two more. So there's a few peas in here in this pod. There's four. There's like 6 so far. Alright. Going in for just some tuna to start with, maybe if I can get some without the noodles. Let's see what it's tasting like. And it's got a noodle on it. There we go. When you get into the shelf-stable tuna and the shelf-stable chicken, they start tasting really, really similar. Whoa, blindside. Time to break out the strong hot sauce. to kill it. Yeah, I think you might be right, my dude. You might be right. Well, there it is. A little bit of tuna down the hatch. Okay. First impressions, it tastes a lot like chicken. uh, the gravy in there is not bad. Whatever the gravy is in there, it's kind of, I think it's a chicken gravy. At least that's what it tastes like. Dargon group, would you like some tuna with your hot sauce? Thank you for the super chat, Dargon. And I think I said thanks to Blindside, but if I didn't, thanks again, Blindside, for that super chat. Alright, I'm going in for a couple of these peas. I want to try these just kind of on their own. As on their own as they're going to get. Alright, here we go. No texture whatsoever. I mean, it was like I took a bite of nothing. The little bit of tuna that was stuck to it had a little texture. Now, that's something I'll say, that the tuna has a decent texture. Just like, shredded chicken, more or less. Alright, going in for the noodles. Now, the noodles aren't just falling apart. I wish I'd have took it out a little bit sooner than I did. I left it in just a little bit too long. I didn't want it to go the full, 8 minutes this time. I wanted it to be like 5 at most. Just kind of heat it up. Alright, get on my spoon, dude. There we go. And just some noodles. See how they are. Wow. A little bit too soft for my liking, but compared to all the other ones that I've had, this knocks those out of the park. I mean, this is not bad at all. Especially in my mind, I'm comparing it to the other tuna with noodles that I've had from this era, which were absolutely awful. This is not, I mean, I wouldn't call this a gourmet meal by any means, but it is food, and you can survive on this. I think most of the nutritional value of this food is still consistent in here. Try a bite here. Let me get a couple peas in this bite. Not that it's going to matter, because you can't even tell it. I didn't even get any flavor from the peas, so I don't know what the point of the peas really was in here. I mean, maybe after 26 years they'd kind of lost their flavor, but yeah. I mean, it's exactly like what you would think it should be like. The noodles have just a light chew to them, just barely, still have a texture there. The tuna has a fishy aftertaste. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think I got a bottle of Tabasco open here. I like giving these away to people. It doesn't really matter. This one's from 91, I think. That or it's newer, one or the other. But put a little bit of this on there. Maybe. There we go. Let's see what this Tabasco does for it. If it does anything at all for it. I mean, I think it probably will. I think the Tabasco in this case is a definite plus, and it's going to add something to this meal. But yeah, like I was saying, the noodles, they got just a light noodle, texture. They're a classic egg noodle. Not a whole lot of flavor there. I mean, they absorb the flavors around them. They do kind of taste like tuna, and that lightly, might be like a light chicken gravy in there. Vegetable. I guess the peas were meant to add a veggie in there, but really, and I think there's a little, I thought I saw a piece of carrot in there. I could be wrong. I'd have to check. Well, that's interesting. After looking at these ingredients again, there's cheddar cheese powder in here. I don't pick that up at all. It's not cheesy. It doesn't have that weird, you know, old milk flavor. Milk, cheese, cultured salt. Okay, that's what's included in the, or what's involved in the cheddar cheese powder. That honestly could be, there's a slight bitterness to it, especially on the top end when you first put it in your mouth and you know, start chewing on it. I'm not a huge fan of that. There's lemon juice in it. You know, it's one of the last ingredients, so there's not much in there. Spices. It just says spices. Peas. There's mushrooms. Really? I ain't seen no mushrooms in there, which I'm not complaining. I don't want to see them in there. No, I don't see any carrots in there, which I thought I saw a piece of carrot, but I must have been wrong. What is that right? What is that right there? See what I'm talking about? That's what I thought was carrot earlier. What is that? I didn't see peppers listed. What would be orange like that? Or red, whatever color that is. Weird. Yeah, I guess. So the Tabasco does help it out a good bit, by the way. Kind of helps out with that bitterness that it definitely has. I think it's just kind of a packaging flavor. Yeah. I'll tell you guys what. I could never see the meal tuna with noodles again, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. This would have been much better as chicken and noodles if they'd have put chicken in it. Why they didn't, I don't know. Because chicken and rice was around at this time, so I know there wasn't no problem with putting chicken in a retort pouch. I definitely think that they should have used chicken. Alright, here we go with our cherry drink. Was negative 10 degrees last night, Smitty says. I know BTemple's been having a rough time too. You guys, go check out Smitty and BTemple's channel. And I'll tell you what I spent about 25 minutes on. Was trying to figure out a link for CT's channel. I was trying to do CT's and Smitty's, and I was going to put them at the top of this description this time. And I screwed around Googling because I wanted to take it straight off the web. And the crap that came up when I know CT and Smitty did a pizza video together, so I Googled CT and Smitty pizza review. All kinds of stuff I went through, and nothing came up from either one of you guys. It sucked. It sucked pretty bad. You know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of the salt, man. Maybe I think maybe the salt might be what's really lacking here. It's not salty at all. It's really rather dull, rather bland. You know, the fishiness is not strong. The noodle flavor is not strong. The vegetable stock in it's not strong. The Tabasco's actually that I've just put on there is pretty light in flavor. And I just salted the crap out of that. Too much salt. I really don't want all that salt. Not good for the blood pressure. Alright, here we go with some salt. Yeah. I mean, it's edible. Nothing to write home about, that is for sure. And usually I would like incorporate the cracker, which I'm going to do it just because maybe that's what it's lacking, is a little bit of texture. I mean, I know it's lacking some texture for sure, but I don't think that's really going to help it all that much. Alright. Here we go. Some tuna noodles on this good old cracker here. Let's see if it helps it. Oh, there's a piece of mushroom. See that? Oh yeah, yum yum. Nope. That actually made it worse. Huh. I didn't expect that. From what I can tell through that flavor, the cracker tastes pretty good, I think. Too much going on with this stuff to really tell, though. Let me rinse myself out here with a little bit of this nasty looking Taster's Choice that I put in there, and a little bit of that Nescafe. Well, that tastes a little bit weird. Can't put my finger on what that is. It's a very light flavored coffee, and I mean very light. There's not really any strength to that at all. There we go. All right. But yeah, that doesn't even really taste much like it has the cream and sugar in it, which is kind of odd too. I didn't add too much water. I put about 8 ounces in there, which is a little bit too much, but not enough to make it bland like that. Wow. These crackers are really good. They're really nice flour flavor, and they got a great crunch to them. You also got a nice toasted flavor coming with these. This jelly's looking kind of weird. I don't want to go eating a whole bunch of it right off the bat. Let's see what this jelly tastes like on a cracker. Now maybe I can get that off there. Good enough. Yep. There we go. Alright, here we go. Wow. That really does taste weird. Tastes old. Has that old musty kind of a old board game in the basement, mildewy. That's got a weird flavor, man. That's weird. It's like the jelly's no good in that or something. And now I didn't expect that. I've never encountered it like that. Whenever the package looked perfect, didn't have any ruptures in it or anything like that, and it tastes funny. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat that. Yep. Old fruit like that. I mean, it can carry botulism, but I mean that package wasn't bloated, so I'm sure that's not the case. But still. All right, it's time for the vanilla. Man, that thing's really nice and light colored on the inside. A lot of times they'll oxidize and get dark over time, especially the vanilla ones. I don't know why. I have seen a few vanilla pound cakes in my day. All right. Oh yeah, I just broke it open. It smells really nice. It's just a very light, sweet vanilla smell. All right, I'll give it a try. I'm gonna bite one of these sugary, crusty edges off. I've had pound cakes from 93, 94 that were so rancid that they made my tongue and throat go numb. This one right here is absolutely perfect. That outside edge has a really nice crunch to it. Like I guess where the sugar has risen to the top or started to separate over time maybe. But it has a really decent crunch to it there. It's moist. It's kind of soft and fluffy. Look at that. Bounces back. That's really, really good. I'm dumbfounded. This is one of the best pound cakes I've ever had. I've had a really good pineapple one before. Had a really good orange one before. There was one that I had in that. It was like a prototype 1994 tan bag. It shouldn't have been tan. It should have been dark brown. I think it was vegetarian or something like. I don't know. It was a special meal. G. Schultz ended up with one too. That coffee goes perfect with that pound cake. Really nice. Oh, went down the wrong hole. Not good. Not good at all. Let's take a look at the M&Ms. I don't know if I have a pack from this era. What is that? That isn't open. Or a pack that looks like this that isn't open. But I'm going to open these ones. Must be water I got on. I don't know. I suppose I was going to dump them out in here. I don't want there to be water in here. Really screw them up. Hackettstown, New Jersey. Division of Mars Incorporated. Yep. Why can't I open you? They're like vacuum packed. There we go. Nope. Need to try the other side. Yep. And that's the side. Right there. Well, look at that. Those look perfect. No cracks. No nothing. And they smell perfect too. Huh. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, there's one smashed right there, but that's not from oxidizing or anything like that. It's just gotten smashed. It did oxidize because it got smashed, but excuse me. Got red, brown, yellow, green, which there's only 2 greens in that whole pack. What the heck's up with that? And orange. There's the 5 colors. of M&Ms back in 1994. Huh. Here's the inside of one. Yeah, these are perfect. This is probably the best pack of 90s M&Ms I've ever had. I've had pretty good ones that were just lightly cracked, some of them. But these are all perfect. Except that one. Oops. Of course I dropped the green one. I gotta get it. Yeah. They just have an M on them. Yep. Yeah, they do look like fresh ones. They taste like fresh ones too. Yeah, those are really good. Buy the pound cake. Throw a couple M&Ms in there. With that bite. That's where it's at. Mixing those two together. Oops. What's that one? There you go. Oh. Dropped one of them. Pretty impressive package of M&Ms, I must say. So this, let me get myself cleaned up a little bit here. That's why I wasn't talking. I had stuff all over my lip. Yeah, that's better. Guess I could, since I saved this for just that reason. Get this back out. Clean myself up a little bit. My hands are a little sticky from the grape jelly. There we go. What's up, Mad Dog? Now, I mentioned one of your reviews there a little bit ago. Yep, can't remember which one it was now that I was talking about. But, yeah. Mad Dog been pumping out the videos over there. And I think Dub C's about to do the same. Oh, yeah, the Scorpion. That's what it was. Yep. You are correct. Which I watched a few other ones over there, too. Watched quite a few of you guys eat the sirloin steak. Watched a couple of the burgers and hot dogs. What is it? It wasn't kielbasa, was it? I don't know, something like that. Some kind of a sausage. Snossage. Alright, that's it for that. Maybe. There we go. Get that stuff out of the way. can't believe that grape jelly's bad. I was looking forward to eating that too. I mean, I'm not a big grape jelly eater, but I did look forward to it. If you can't get a steak ration, let me know. Yeah, I'm attempting to work that out with. If there's one over there that still has one in it. If there's not, it'll be all right. No worries. All right, I'm gonna set that a little over out of the way for the moment, and it past due for one of these. Boom. Can't believe I just said that out loud. Oh boy. Oh, the waste on that channel just drives me absolutely bat crap crazy. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Kind of, you may or you may not get what I'm talking about right now. There we go. What did I do with the... Got some Canadian matches here. Let's see how they perform. What channel are we talking about? What channel are we talking about? What channel am I talking about? Oh, a guy that says boom. And I just accidentally said it. Said the same thing. Cigarette's older than my meal by 5 years. I think these are 89, 87s or 89s, I think is what I had pegged down. They might have been 91s. I think these are 87 or 80. Yeah, 87 or 89. I think is what these are. I think that first can I had were like 86s or 85s, 86s. I wish they still done stuff like this. Yeah. Too bad I got the old part in front of me. I could deal with just being smoky with a burnt beard. I am feeling old, though. Unfortunately. Especially the last couple of days. I just been feeling slow. Smug-faced Canadians, eh? Do you not consider yourself a Canadian CT? I know you used to call yourself a Canadian trucker, but ever since he went to CT, I think he thinks he's American. I'm just playing with you. I know you do spend a lot of time down here, though. WSB. I'll give you the initials of the channel I was talking about, Vipers, CRH. And I'm sure you can pick it up from that. I'd say most everybody in the comments can. I've watched a couple videos that popped up in my feed over the past week, I would say. Maybe give or take. Maybe they might have been a little bit older, the ones I clicked on. But, yeah. Watched the whole case of MCIs get wasted. That was a little painful. Very good, David. Yes. Yes. That's pretty much it. I could tell you some stories. I've done a little research on that. Not only, I mean, I didn't really even research it. Just some things popped up, and it's been a long time ago. Before I even got into this, like making videos on here. Some things that had happened. There's a lot of stuff out there on the internet that people have no clue about. I was in the comments section on there reading through the comments, and people were clueless, but there were people in in the comments section, a couple that were telling them that they needed to look it up because there's some pretty crazy stuff out there. What's it saying? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, let me see if I can... Hang on just one second. I'm going to send you guys a link. Anybody wants to pick up those Supaco cases, those things are still on clearance for what are they? $35 and free shipping. Let me find the I gotta find the link again, guys. Sorry. There we go. Just about ready to have it, and I will post it up here for you guys. Copy URL. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Copy a link. No, yep, I was right. Alright, so what do I gotta do here? Go into my live stream. Make sure the volume's turned down. Just like so. Alright. Go in there. Alright, so here is a link coming, guys, to the $35 free shipping cases of Sopacos. Now, those cases, they have 14 meals in them, and they're just random. If I'm not mistaken, I've opened, I think, 2 cases of the Sopacos before, and I ended up with, like, in one case I had 4 duplicates, and then I had like 6 other random menus. So I ended up with, I think, 8 or 9 different menus out of the 14. I think I ended up with 8 different menus, I think is what it was. Because, like I said, you get 14 meals in there, and those things run about 1,100 calories. So you can't beat that. I mean, for 35 bucks, and it's all military components, and it is a full meal, so I haven't seen those prices since, like, what was it? Probably 2015, 2016, something like that. That's what I paid for my cases back. Well, actually, I paid a little bit more than that back then. But yeah, there's a link up there in the chat. If you want to scroll up, you'll see where I just put a link up in there. I can put one in the comments section as well, make it a little easier. That way nobody has to scan through the comment or the chat. Also, I mentioned this in the very beginning, if anybody wasn't here for that. MRE Nation and Minotaur Trading Company are doing a 50% off of your entire order. And that you guys don't want to miss out on that. Now, the coupon code is right down in the description for this video. The coupon code is Big Sale. Now, I don't know if you can use that coupon code and my discount code at the same time. Maybe, maybe not, but my coupon code's OS10, and I think that works on both websites, I'm pretty sure. So you guys, you can try them both. Maybe they'll both work, and it'll be 60% off, or maybe it'll be 50% off, and then another 10% off, after that. I'm not sure. I'm sure Miss Renee could probably tell you, or I could text Bob and find that part out, because I don't want to misinform anybody. But yeah. Yeah, it's a really good discount, Mad Dog. I'm actually reading back through the chat on here. The Sopacos, man, like, I remember, I'll give you as much as I can from memory. Let's see, I got ravioli. I got like 4 meatball ones, which I'm not complaining because I really like the meatballs, and so do my kids. So that I was happy to get those. Penne pasta. Now these were the older ones. I think the ones that I had were like from 2011 or 2012. But let's see, what other menus did I get? I think I got chili with beans. I got wow, Sloppy Joe. I remember getting Sloppy Joe, which that menu's been gone for a long time. Yeah, the meatballs are definitely good. One of the better menus, in my opinion. The meatballs. Are the meatballs still in the lineup? I don't know if they are. I think they might have been discontinued at some point. Maybe not. Might still be a menu. I don't remember that one being knocked out for something else, but I don't know about 2018 and 19. I don't think they were taken out until 2017 might have been the last year for the meatballs. I don't know. That bag does not want to set up. Yeah, this thing was a little bit of a mixed bag. The coffee, yeah. I mean, had gotten to a little bit of moisture or been hard packed. Cherry drink was perfect. The crackers were perfect. The grape jelly, I don't know what happened to it. It's almost like eating plastic, and it tastes weird too. The tunas with noodles, absolutely perfectly fine. One of the better textured tuna with noodles I've ever had, and the flavor was still there, which I'm pretty sure it diminished quite a good bit, and that bitter aftertaste was something it leaves something to be desired. It's definitely not something I enjoyed, but could I eat this to stay alive? Absolutely. And one of the biggest surprises is these M&Ms looking like they're brand new, like they just came from the store in 1994. I mean, I can't get over how perfect these things look. Absolutely perfect. Yep, there's the one green one that's left. There was only two in the whole package. The green M&Ms things, I remember the green M&M things being a thing whenever I was a kid. A lot of you guys probably remember that. I did. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Yeah, it came out of there. But I did drop a couple on the one on the floor and one on the table. And I think I picked something up off the floor. Yeah. There we go. That looks better. The green one's still in there. I think that's all the colors right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 6 colors. Right? Am I wrong? Okay, yeah. There's 6 colors. Right there. Thought there was only 5. I don't know why. Earlier I think I said there was only 5, but there's 6. 6 different colors. There's only 2, well, no, 3 oranges, 1 green. The rest of them are red, yellow, and browns. 2 different color browns. The M&M's flavor does hold up. They taste exactly like they did in 1994. Now, M&M's have changed their flavor slightly, in my personal opinion. I don't think that the brand new M&M's that you'd go to the store and buy today are going to taste exactly like they did back then. I don't know if it's a difference in the what they used for the coloring or the candy coating, or maybe even a little bit of a slight difference in the chocolate recipe. These have that classic M&M smell and taste. It's a unique smell and flavor that they have that only M&Ms have. None of the knockoff candies have it. Nope, I just ate my one and only green one. Nice and sweet and chocolatey. Crunchy candy coating. And they have that unique flavor. I think it's the chocolate. Skittles can last for a very long time as long as they're stored properly. Same with the M&Ms. I've had bad M&Ms from the same year, the same era, but it's just all about how they're stored. I mean, these ones right here were stored very, very good, and that's why these ones still look brand new. Oh, yeah, the green one. Yeah, I ate both of them that were in there. M&Ms are fun to play with too. I mean, it's one of those items that when they started putting commercial items in there, it was nice because it would remind guys of home. And M&Ms, you know, melt in your mouth, not in your hand, which is not true. These things would melt in your hand in a minute. That candy coating would come right off on your hands, and you'd have yellow, brown, red, green, orange spots all over your fingers. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. See, right there's one that's the one out of the whole package that was broken, and you can see that chocolate pretty much oxidized. But same with the Skittles. I mean, that candy coating on the outside does help, but if they're not stored properly, I mean, what'll happen is that chocolate, the oils and the fats will start to separate, and the sugar will. Yeah, my bad. Okay, well, not really my bad. It just happens. But yeah, what'll happen is that chocolate, it'll start to expand and bloat, and then the outside candy coating in the shell will break, which the chocolate's already in bad shape anyways because of the heat and separation that's going on with the chocolate. And the bad ones that I've had were just very, very heavily oxidized, and they taste, I don't know, sometimes they even have a rancid flavor to them, rancid oils that are in the chocolate. They have a funky smell, and they don't look good either. I've had them before that they completely separated, and the chocolate was so separated that it turned to dust. I ended up making like a hot chocolate out of the dust one time. It wasn't very good because the reason that they were that way was because the chocolate had really oxidized and also just really had separated out. Yeah, they're fun to kind of play around with. I'm going to eat that one and see if it tastes different from the rest. Nope. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one definitely tastes different from the rest. The chocolate was a lot softer. It had a different flavor. It's hard to describe what was different about it though. It just didn't taste as good. It hadn't went off though. You know how hadn't gotten rancid or anything like that. They actually do go pretty well with this pound cake, surprisingly enough. A little bit of coffee. Pretty decent mix up right there. What do I do with my napkin? Weird. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this has been a pretty decent meal for its age. And the M&Ms, like I said, they're probably the star of this show. Well, that and the pound cake. Yep. That's just going to get stuck right there in the tuna noodles. Go back in for a little bit more of this cherry drink. Now it tastes sour where I just had all that sweet stuff. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Going to have me a non-filter now. I was thinking about eating more, but like I'm feeling pretty good as far as like how full I am. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a live stream next Saturday or not, but I probably will do one before next Saturday. I hope. That's my hope. My plan is to do one before next Saturday. Whether or not that happens, I'm not 100% sure. That's all going to depend on whether or not the announcement happens this week or not. I was told that it would, but that is subject to change. So I can't guarantee that'll happen. I wish I knew 100% myself. It's not that they don't tell me, it's just I don't think that they know themselves. So, alright, which side do I want to smoke here? I think I want to smoke this side. £10 into my 90-pound adventure. What is it now? Renee says she has no idea. My story's coming, but it involves my 100-pound weight loss journey. Wow. Oh, that's a big loss. Yeah, I need to lose about 40 myself, I would say. If I lost 40, I'd be happy. It put me right down about about 140 probably. And I'd be good at that. That's where I need to be at. So about a year, lost 100. That averages out to what, about 8.3 pounds a month? Which, if you average that out, if that's what I mean, if you did it around 8 pounds a month, that wouldn't be too awful bad. Break down to like 2.075 a week, which is very manageable. I know a lot of people try to drop it too fast, and they end up regretting it and gaining it right back. Which, one of my issues is after I got hurt, I lost like, I don't know, about 60 pounds. 55, something like that. Definitely over 50. I would say closer to 55, 60 that I lost. And the thing was, I didn't even know that I had lost all that weight. And, because my doctor wasn't weighing me. And I had no idea, because I wasn't getting up a whole lot. Surely wasn't looking in the mirror. I didn't care. And, once I figured out what was going on, and I started trying to get better and stuff, which food never tasted the same. It's never tasted the same. It changed my whole flavor palette, I guess you could say, after it happened. But yeah, slowly put the weight back on, and I've maintained about where I was before I got hurt. But it's nowhere near as easy now to maintain the weight, and I need to lose some as well, especially being as inactive as I am. I can't wait until I can get into a pool. That'll be nice. Be able to do some kind of physical therapy in a pool. Paralysis. What is paralysis? Is that from not moving? Yeah, I was afraid my left leg is considerably smaller than my right. Yeah, keto's tough, man, for me. Everybody in my house is always eating bread, dude. Bread and potatoes and, uh, yeah, bread and potatoes. I don't think you can have cheese either, can you? If you're on keto. I know you can eat whatever meat you want, right? I think you can, but it has to be just meat. Any vegetables you want. Under 20 carbs a day. Well, I'm sure I blew that out in this meal that I just had. Had to have. I know Shocker is has been on keto now for, geez, probably going on 2 years. Maybe. I'm trying to think. I would say at least probably going on, definitely well, a long time, over a year. But yeah, he wasn't able to really eat rations after he started the keto, which, when you're into this, it's a hard thing to do, is to give this up. I can't do a stationary bike either, unfortunately. Renee says about a year and a half. Yeah, year and a half. He might be pushing 2 years, honestly. I could ask him. What did Billy say, Mr. Blindside? I assume we're talking about Mr. Billy. Also, Blindside, you do keto too, huh? See, I know one thing with the keto, or I've been told, is once you actually start it and it actually kicks in, which takes, I guess, up to a couple weeks or longer for your body to make the change. If you slip up one time and eat bread or whatever, it takes that long to recover and get your body, I guess, retrained back to the same way that it was metabolizing things. I'm not exactly sure how keto works. I mean, obviously cutting carbs out of your diet's a good thing. 3 to 5 weeks, and as you train your body, it's easier to flip. Also, if you do slip up, it's easier to flip back, huh? Well, that's good. Because I'm pretty sure Shocker slipped up for the Christmas dinner review. But I'd say it probably didn't take long for him to flip back then, if that's the case. Can eat MREs and go back into ketosis in 4 days. So how do you know that you are in it? Is a question I have. Went off of it for 3 months and gained back 15 pounds. Come to the meetup. There's a whole state that sounds like me. There's actually more than a state that sounds like yours, about 4 states. You got Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Mississippi. All those areas have a very similar accent. Bulletproof coffee. Huh. Bulletproof. There was a coffee company there a year or two ago, maybe longer, and it was run by, I think the guy was a Marine, but the coffee packets looked like MRE pouches. They were super cool looking, and I guess it was really good coffee. I can't remember what that stuff. Black Rifle. Black Rifle. That's what it was. Oh, yeah. Corey said it the same time I did. Yep. I've heard it's pretty good. I think I might have had a pack of it a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Scottish military ration. I just seen where Clive, I think it was Clive, was, I think he put up a Scottish, yeah, it was like a, kind of like an April Fool's type of thing. Yeah, no, it was Scottish that he put up on YouTube, which is, you know, is all BS. Had like a pint of liquor in it, a can of beer, some kind of weird ration heater thing he had in there that was supposedly radioactive. Just like I said, it was a spoof. I would call it a spoof or whatever. Yep, Yorkie bar. I saw that in there. Uh, Looked like some sort of like a Bell chocolate or something. I think it was a chocolate. Oh yeah, it had a cup of noodles in there. That's what it was, and an e-cig, which he was trying. I think he started off by saying it was vintage or older, and it just can't really put an e-cig in there. But I guess whatever floats your boat. I have. I don't have a Yorkie. I mean, I do. I have one in my cabinet over here in my display cabinet. Where is it on my shelf? It's actually up there on my shelf. Yeah. Mine is from. What is mine from? Mine is from like. I want to say 2003, but I could be wrong. It's a little dusty. But mine is the one that has the no women symbol on it. Yeah, Yorkie candy bar. Let's see if I can find a date on this bad boy. Oh yeah, right there, 2004. Yeah, June 12th, 2004. Made by Nestle's. Nestle's milk chocolate, 60-gram bar. This thing is really dense for no bigger than it is. This needs to go in my cabinet so it can quit getting dusty. Steve actually gave this to me. This is from one of the reviews that he done. Obviously of a 2004 or 2003 or 4. I'm not sure. That might be the Best Buy date. But it was probably a 2003 or 4 British ORP. But yeah, they used to have this this symbol on them. They don't have that on there anymore. And I was told that's not no women, although they didn't used to let women in the military over there until like, I want to say 2011. May have been 2011. But this meant military only, is what I was told that meant. But so this is actually these were produced like this for the military rations. But that's a cool looking candy bar, man. I really dig that. I even like the back. It's like super big print, Nestle milk chocolate. Super cool looking candy bar right there. Alright, if I do this, I'm going to end up knocking all kinds of crap over, so. Yep. Take the patch down that Fireman Food gave me, which Fireman Food deleted his YouTube channel because I don't know, something to do with the government took over to YouTube or something. But yeah, he hooked me up with that California Department of Forestry, CDF. And I don't know how many folks on here are paying attention to what's going on in Australia, but there's a crazy fire going on over there. There's a lot of people that are donating and trying to help out financially, if nothing else. I mean, it's awful what's going on over there. Those little koalas, I watched a video of a little koala that got burned up, and my son actually showed it to me. It was brutal, absolutely brutal to watch. And then I don't know how many of you folks know, a lot of people don't know about this because the media is not covering it. But what's going on in Virginia, and what's happening in 2 days? 2 days from today. I don't want to say the words because the algorithm will pick it up. But yeah, they're trying to take things away from people that that they have no business taking away from them. You know, law-abiding citizens that are taxpayers that follow the law, and I think it's BS what they're doing, and I think there's going to be a lot of resistance to that. I think Ethan's fired up the Xbox. That's what I'm talking about. Is in Virginia, man. What did I say? That's what I said, wasn't it? Virginia. Klaus Torres. Is it lagging for you guys or something? Hey, Ethan, you got the Xbox on? Okay. He says he doesn't. This is from the most recent meetup. I got 2 pieces in here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. A Dunkin's milk chocolate bar. I don't know if that's from 2002 or 1992. I think it's from 2002. It might be 92. I think it's 02 though. It's just a little slightly bit oxidized. Kind of a waxy chocolate. Got to eat quite a bit of this whenever we were there. Steve opened this up, and me, him, and Jesse Michael shared this one night in my hotel room when we were there. I've just been having it sitting here on standby if I ever want to dig into it. Who was on last week? Steve was? Wait a minute. I probably need to read back before I talk. I got the blue milk chocolate and raisin. Okay. And the cereal with the red is the early 2000s, I think. Due to one of Housel's 2005 Tin Man. Oh, really? Wow. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I have, no, I know that one's in the case over here. Pretty sure. Put it in my case. Need to look. I have a blue Dunkin's with the cereal. I've always wanted the raisin one, though. The rum and raisin. Huh. I don't know what I done with that candy bar. Well, crap. Huh. What did I do with that thing? I don't see it up here anywhere. Well, that's going to bother me now until I find it. Super chat, super chat, super chat. Woke blindside. West Virginia offered to take. Wait a minute. To take and counties that want to separate from Virginia. Really? I say heck yeah. Let's invite them in. And thanks for the super chat there, blindside. By the way. Yeah, man. I think that's an idea. I know there's local sheriffs that are saying they're going to deputize citizens if need be. They talked about bringing in the National Guard. The National Guard says they're not going to cooperate and they're not going to go in. But that remains to be seen. What is actually going to happen with that? I'm curious to myself. I mean, I'm more than curious. I'm concerned about that whole situation. Not a fan of what's going on with that at all. I don't think anybody is. So, anything else I need to talk about? We'll wrap it up by talking and saying, check out the links that are in my description because, again, Bob's offering that 50% off. Hey, Miss Marilyn, you said he was on last week. Were you talking? Who was on last week? Was Steve on last week? Probably not. I haven't seen him in a good while. He's told me the last few times I've talked to him that he was going to try to make it to a live stream. But, all drop bear. Okay. Yeah, I think it might have been the week before, actually. I don't think it was last week. I think it was the week before. But yeah, I do remember chatting with him. You know, I'll ask him and see what I can find out, Dub. See. If I was to guess, I would say maybe not, but I'll definitely see if I can find out. Shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you guys check out those links. Minotaur, MRE Nation. Those guys having a crazy 50% off sale. And I have a discount code OS10. I don't know, Miss Renee, if that'll work as well. Maybe she can tell you guys whether that would also work. Then also you guys can pick up those cases. Just click that link that I put down in the description. I can put another one up right now. Since I'm talking about it, anybody who's listening back to this will be able to click this link that I am pasting right now. And you just click that link and cases of Sapacos for $35. Really, you can't beat it. And those things, man, what's kind of fun and cool about those is you never know what you're going to get. And it's not those crappy low sodium ones, even though there are some benefits to those low sodium ones in my personal opinion. But yeah, you just never know what you're going to get. I have seen meal cold weather stuff being put in those, stuff that you can only get out of meal cold weathers. I've seen them put in the Sapacos. Yeah, you just never know. So it's definitely they're definitely worth $35 a case with free shipping. I mean, I can't complain about that. That's why I'm trying to pass that deal along to you guys, because heck, it's a killer deal. If I didn't have so many cases of those things myself, I mean, I'd be picking some up also, because that is a really, really fair deal. So those are the two things that are going on that are, buying MRE oriented or, related. And I want to say a huge thanks to everybody who sent super chats tonight, which that was, I know Blindside sent like 5, I think. I'm trying to pull up the super chats right now. And it's not going to let me. Okay, here we go. Started off with Blindside once and then again. And then Dub C came in. Said how awesome the community is, which I couldn't disagree with that at all. He is 100% correct. And then Bob came in and said that he was making the new feast with the corned beef hash in it, launching it later this week. Now, I've heard that before, that we were going to get the corned beef hash, so I'm not going to count on anything until I see it, because, getting my hopes up on the corned beef hash is not something I want to do. Love that menu. And then CT came in and said, "What's up, y'all?" And then Pat Miller came in. And then Blindside 2 more times. And then Dargon Group. And then Blindside again came in with the part West Virginia offered to take any of the counties that Virginia, wanted to separate from Virginia. Which I think that'd be kind of cool, man. Merge back with them and it need to stay West Virginia, though, because I don't like the kind of crap they're doing over there. So Blindside is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different super chats sent in tonight, my dude. Holy cow. Live chat. Alright. Well, guys, thank you guys for hanging out on this Saturday night. As always, really good hanging out with everyone. I appreciate everyone's time that they spent hanging out here, chatting with everybody in the chat, me trying to chat with you in the chat, talking to everybody. This was actually pretty decent as far as the meal goes. I want to say huge thanks to my patrons. You guys are awesome. You don't even know how much of a difference you guys are making. It's hard. I'm going to get to show you pretty soon, though. I'm working with K-Man on something, and that should be coming to fruition very soon. I got a big announcement coming up really, really, really soon. Can't wait for that. I have no control over when I can do it, but as soon as I can do it, you're going to bet that you guys are going to be the first ones that I tell. Cannot wait for that. So that's everything. Check out the big sale that MRE Nation and Minotaur's having, and also MRE Marketplace with those $35 free shipping cases. I mean, really good stuff going on right now for ration buyers. Right, anybody who needs backup food, anybody who does doomsday prepping or anything like that, camping, hunting, fishing, anything like that, the big sale that they have going on, and plus those $35 cases, right now is the time to stock up on stuff. Really easy and it's definitely affordable. I mean, the free shipping on the $35 cases just blows my mind. I mean, they can't be making anything on those. So, all right, guys. I've said it. Thank you to my patrons, and thank you to each and every one of you guys that's hung out here tonight. We've got such a great group of folks that hang out here on these live streams and come into my chat and also in my comments on all my stuff. Going to be getting some regular videos up soon. Looking forward to that. I'm not making any promises on dates, but I do have things in the works that's going to work out, I know. So, all right, guys. That pretty much brings me to this. I guess all I got left to do is say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next live stream. Later.